Hey, we live.
Sundays and Wednesdays, yeah. 8 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. It's the crew and you. Let's go.
You can't get any better
Best
than
thing
that.
about it, the way he did it the right way.
With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
Do y'all have anything to say about
What
it,
up,
man?
what up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. Congratulations to my dog, Chuck Little John, the OG.
Y'all didn't notice I've been changing hats all night, have you?
No.
You've been doing
That
it.
boy got no sense.
And so look, let me tell you, those dudes were the first one that I ever seen with the full tracksuit, and no drawers. You know what I'm saying?
Understand that you can be at the bottom, you can be anything you want to be, and when that happens, you can be a champion like me.
Can you imagine 100 people just all yelling?
With the crew and you, to the crew and you. With the crew and you, to the crew and you.
What up, baby? Welcome to the crew and you. I'm your boy G. To my right, we have the chaos funkiest, my dog Corey Davis. And underneath both of us, man, we got OG with the people's team. The Nerds. Chuck Little John. What up, my dog?
What's happening? What's happening?
What's happening?
Hey man, ain't nothing, man. We got a great show ahead of us, y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Thank y'all for tuning in. Everybody that's out there on Twitch, make sure you follow the crew and you. I mean, no, talking with KPG on Twitch. It's still called KPG on Twitch. We're changing the name to the crew and you. Y'all don't know it yet, but go ahead and make sure you follow. Make sure you follow. And tell your friend, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Everybody out there on YouTube, thank y'all for rocking with us. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. It's free of charge. Just subscribe, man. Tell your friend, tell your cousin, tell your moms all about the show, man. If you like sports, this is the show to come to, man. The barbershop talk is here. All right. And then
Be
if you
patient with me. I got a project going, man. I've been trying to get this our TikTok page going, but listen, I apologize. I was supposed to have it done by now. Be patient. I'm gonna be putting some stuff on this and
right. That's absolutely right. He's supposed to have
hey,
wow.
like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah, okay.
And everybody on Facebook, man, make sure y'all like us, subscribe to YouTube as well, and then share the stream. Share the stream, man, so everybody can see it, man. So we appreciate you. We appreciate you. This is episode 8, season 3, y'all. We in season 3 already. We're rolling right along, but we have a great show, man. We got a great show. How was y'all's weekend, fellas? Let's jump into that first, man, before we get into it.
Mine was great. Like I said, I was on the golf trip with my brothers and my cousin. We always have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Had to come back a little earlier because baby girl off to Iraq this weekend.
Man,
She's going there to doing contracting HR with the company over there. So shout out to her for being brave enough to go ahead and do that.
no, that's right. Shout out for that money that's been hit that account.
Yeah,
Tax
exactly.
free, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, but it takes a lot of courage to do that. So I'm hoping that the trip goes well, man. Now she's going for a year.
Yeah, she's gone for a year. You know, she's not committed to a year, but she's gone for a year. So she can come home at any time, but the contract is for a year.
So let me ask y'all a question. Could y'all do that? Could y'all dip for a year to put, a couple of hundred stacks in your pocket or put some stacks in your pocket?
At that
If I
age,
was younger, I was younger.
I'm talking about look, right now. Somebody say, listen,
Nah.
250, stay for a year, put something in your pocket, come on back tax free.
Yeah, it sounds good, but me myself, I'm too old for that.
I know.
yeah, I'm with Chuck. I can't do it now.
Yeah. Or if I was young 21, I would have dipped. Well,
if I was her age, gone.
Gone.
No, really no responsibility. Not married, no kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
gone.
yeah. Oh yeah. Where you going, Corey? I'm gone, Mom. I'll holler at y'all about a year. I call you. Where you going? Kosovo. Yeah.
Good, man. So how was your weekend, Corey?
Yo. First of all, big shout out to my wife Kanisha Davis for putting up with me for 11 years. Our anniversary was this weekend. Now, I'll be right. Thank you. I'll be straight with you.
I know that's hard for her.
It take a lot, man. It take a lot. We 18 years in total. 11 by the government standard. So let me tell y'all. So we're eating, we're having dinner. Went to STK. Shout out, nice guy named Zach. He was a wonderful waiter at STK.
Okay.
Had a great dinner. So we're sitting there. So she's shaking. She's like, listen, I need you to open something. I'm like, open something? What's going on? So I opened up a card. I read the whole thing. Look, you know how you shake a card. Cause I'm looking for, gift card to come out or something like that. I'm like, okay, nice little card. So, it was a thin little box that she gave me. And I go, okay, well, it was a wonderful card. She go, did you like the card? I said, baby, I love the card. Thank you. I said, you wrapped the card. And she go, look in there for some most. I'm like, it's the most of it in there. So I'm looking. I'm like, what's car keys? And then I'm looking around, right? I'm like, is somebody finna jump out or finna be, like a dancing crew come out? Boo done bought me season tickets, Falcons. It says happy anniversary. Wow. And I was looking at first, I was like, what's going on? Like, look, I get to shaking at first, like, look, shaking like booty meat. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh Lord. I'm shaking like a stripper at first, and I want to scream at first, getting a little emotional. I'm like, hold on. Don't, what you doing? I'm like, what we doing? And so she go, what you talking about? I'm like, give me a second. I said, what just happened? And I'm trying to kind of put it together, right? So now she filming me with a phone. I'm like, put the phone down, like, this is some serious stuff that you're doing, really, And so she go, I scream right then. Two waiters looking like, y'all okay over there? Like, I'm just trying to put it together. Like what you just did. And so she showed me the tickets. She showed me the spot, and I was laughing my butt off, trying to keep my emotions in, because I'm a Falcons connoisseur. You know what I'm saying? And I got tickets. I got seats. So that was my weekend. And look, and then I ain't gonna lie, I took some time to find. I got a purse, and I got some look, I'm shaking. I'm nervous, not just telling the story. I got some fragrances or whatever. What they call it? Perfume. No, I couldn't even come up with perfume. And I'm thinking, I'm like, I did all right. This thing done got season tickets. And so she go to telling me about, you get a person to talk to. You get, I'm like, a person. I can call him right now. Like, get my dude on the phone, Season tickets, y'all. I'm a season ticket holder. That was my weekend, bro. I know, right? Look, at first I'm like, is that bacon frying? Yeah.
Hey, that's awesome, man. Great job, Kanisha. I ain't seen this guy smile this hard, dog, in a minute, man. That's awesome.
Look, I'm at the table. I'm like, I'm putting out tonight. Get all of me tonight. I'm putting out
stuff. You get the good stuff tonight.
Get all of it, because I give you all of me.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations, man. Again,
yeah,
y'all.
Man.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Congratulations, you and Kanisha, man.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
I'm trying to get where y'all are, man, and then trying to catch up with y'all, man. So.
Hey, look, I'm in the back here.
Yeah. I'm bringing up the rear, man. I'm bringing up the rear.
Man.
But I'm glad y'all great people, man. Y'all are inspirational, man. So I appreciate that.
Inspiration?
Yeah, inspiration, man. Hey.
This dude here, man. This dude here. I need to throw a party.
Look, so my weekend was good, man. I went and played golf yesterday. Went to the course up by the house. Course beat my butt, man. I took my boy Melly Mel up there with me, and man, we had a blast. I felt like in the beginning, I got out there, man. I went to the range first, hit a couple balls. Everything was looking good, hitting them straight down the middle. Pow, pow, pow. Like, oh yeah, this might be a good day. Had a little overpass yesterday too. Man, we started on the back nine, hole number 10. Right off the tee.
Okay.
You see, when on 10, you're hitting in front of everybody. So everybody that's coming out.
There are people out there.
There's people out there. You know,
So it's not like when you took me golfing.
Yeah, no. It's cool. It's cool. We had to wait. We had to wait on carts because they didn't have enough carts. So that's how many. Yeah, it was packed. And then the tee box for 10 is right in front of the tee box for the range. So you got the range, people hitting at the range. You got people over here chipping to your left.
Tell us what a tee box is, bro.
Tee box is where you start off at. So that's okay. So you have the blues where the professionals, or green where the professionals tee off at. The blues where the better golfers tee off at.
What would I be at?
The whites is where the average golfer plays at. The average golfer plays at the whites. If you're really good, you play at the blues. Okay. So we played at the whites. So,
white.
The ladies, they at the yellows right in front of you. So we get up there, man, and I was telling my guy, he never been there. I'm telling him, hey, man, you got to kind of hit it to the left because if you hit it to the right, it's gonna go downhill right into the water. I said, but hit over here towards the sand trap. So man, I hit it, man. Pow! Straight. Right over the sand trap. About 55 yards from the pin. So I hit my shot great, man. So I said, okay, shoot. It's par 4. Get up there on my second shot, man. You got another sand trap in front of the green.
Mm-hmm.
And then the green. Green is nice size, pretty big, pretty nice size green. But behind the green is the lake.
Okay.
Trouble.
Is it true?
So I get a nice little swing on it, man. Pow! Went up. Not as high as I wanted it to go. But, landed on the green. Pow! So, yeah, we good, baby. Bad boy rolled on down to the lake. Now I'm hitting 4.
Down by the riverside.
ended up with a bogey, man. I got a 5, chipped it up, man. And on my 4th hit, chipped it and putted it in. So I thought I was gonna do well. Man, it was all downhill from there though. Yeah. 777 93
11.
Yeah. Tough day yesterday, man. But a lot of fun.
Yo, real quick on this golf thing, and I know I listen to y'all talk heavy about it. So, where we work at, the backside. There's a driving range behind our location.
Mm-hmm. Expensive.
So I see the number 300. Right? That is that now, but let me tell you, on our I see 300, but on our yard. I'm sitting there and I'm dropping my load, all right, and out of nowhere, a golf ball is on the yard, and I'm sitting there like, because at first I thought somebody threw it at me, I'm like, hold up, I'm like, how you looking around like, hey, throw it again, but then I realized, guys are playing early, at a driving range,
right,
but 300, then there is a parking lot for trailers, then our yard.
Right.
But what I realized happened is another one was coming this way. It hit the top of a trailer and then bounced over to the yard. Oh. So whoever this dude is, whoever this person was, that's what I'm saying. That's what I want to ask y'all. So from where the 300 was to our building, G, give me how much extra is that, to the building?
If it's 300 to, let's say, it's not even all the way to the fence, or not even, there is no fence, but like,
right,
it's not even, it stops before you get all the way up there. So that's got to be just to the trailers right there. I say 370, 380.
Wow. So okay, so this is possible then. You're telling me that somebody is striking a ball and going past the 300 marker to bounce off a trailer and hit our yard.
That if he hit them trailers right there, absolutely. He's a professional. That's what professionals hit 330, 335.
Yeah, he need to be in the long and dry contest.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
So
I'm trying to figure out. That's the only thing I could think of. But when I heard another one bounce and hit a trailer, I'm like, pow. I'm like, okay, they bouncing off the, because I know golf ball got a little residual, what they call it, like elasticity, right? It bounced,
it
you
bounced,
get enough on it.
yeah.
But it was hitting the top of
that concrete.
yeah. So it was getting momentum going like that. So I was like, because at first I'm like, man, hold up, somebody throwing it.
They need to put up a net or something.
No, for real, they do. But I guess you don't expect nobody to hit that far.
Yeah.
Like, but and this particular golf range, it has a up top too. It has a top and a bottom, so people can hit from the top too. So they're probably hitting from up top,
getting some air,
on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because every now and then you'll see a golf ball just lying on the yard, and I'm like, because I had to think about it at first. I was like, did somebody throw it at me?
And you'll normally see it on the left side because people hitting that thing off to the left. You don't normally see them straight ahead. So,
right.
That's all. That's interesting, big dog. I just welcome Matthew Wright to the show. What's up, Cuzzo? He wants to jump into them Jaguars, man. Jaguars.
Why? Are we doing that today? No. Look, we have to do that.
Yeah. Y'all might be okay. Y'all might win 5 this year.
You giving them 5?
I might give them 5. I don't know. I'm just throwing a number out there. I ain't even
they did 3 last year, right?
Yeah.
So 2 more than they did last year. Hey, let's see.
Give them 2 more. Give them
5.
More.
All right.
But we got my guy Chuck, man. He gonna host the show today, dog. So I'm about to sit back, man, and see what my guy got on task.
All right. Everybody, welcome to the show. Welcome to the TCY family.
Yes, sir.
So today we're gonna start off with a little something kind of controversial. Some people may say it's controversial. Some people may say it's not controversial. So what we're gonna talk about is the comments that Nick Saban has been throwing out there. He was, I don't know if it's a podcast or what it was. He was in some session where he started out with a comment about Texas A&M's program and Mr. Jimbo Fisher. And it's all about the NIL deals. And so I just want to get you gentlemen's take on about what he said. He was basically saying that the reason that Texas A&M had the #1 recruiting class is that they basically arranging and paying their players through these NIL deals, and that's why they come into Texas A&M. So how y'all feel about this? And then we talk about the second person he reached out about.
Or you want to
go ahead, Corey. Let's start with you.
So as we were sitting there, we text a lot, and I know I catch on the back end a lot of times on the text that come through. Jimbo was once. Now let me throw out a few names. Jimbo Fisher. You also have Dabo Sweeney. You also have our coach here at Georgia, who was once a part of a Saban staff, right? These 3 guys in particular lately have been, the focus on who've beaten him, as of lately. Them 3 in that same order. Now, once you work for the man, your thing is to beat the man. In order to beat the man, you got to beat the man. Especially if you work for him, you want to beat him too. You want to beat the master. You've learned through recruiting, how to do this thing. You've learned through coaching how to do this thing. How you've won before as a coach yourself under him. But now you are what they consider a master, right? So now your recruiting is getting better, your players are getting better, your status is getting better. And then on top of that, you're in the SEC, with the exception of Dabo. Eventually, you're going to start doing some of the same things. But when a person starts to see that you're winning, they gotta hate a little bit. At least that's how I feel. Or they gotta throw a stone at you a little bit to say, you're cheating. Now, take this for example. He's been getting all the good players for the past 15 years, right? I mean, D1 just stocked with players. But now other teams have joined in this this carousel of getting these good D1 players. Now you want to say that there has to be a reason for this, that I'm not getting these players and you are. The NIL, you're paying these players, or you're getting these guys deals to come to your school when I don't do that. I just feel like at this point, I know he's upset, but I'm trying. I've been a Saban fan for a long time. Now my wife, she was going in ham. You know, they've been getting all the players for years. Now the other teams are getting them. You know, you're starting to hate, and I'm like, oh Lord, does the king do that? You know, because he's still the king to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's the king of at least SEC football, of championships. You know, is that what happens when other people start winning? You hate a little bit. So Jimbo said somebody need to slap him in the face. You know, for that line comment that he put. You know, said because I ain't paying nobody. But I just feel like, you know, other teams are starting to understand that we can win too. You know, that's my take with Jimbo. You know, and I'll let G come in, then we'll go to the next one.
So there is a issue with, and I'm gonna go to the Saban side.
Saban side?
All of a sudden, y'all are starting to get y'all haven't won anything yet. Texas A&M ain't won nothing. So how all of a sudden now you are getting these why do these top recruits all of a sudden now want to come to you and not to me? There's only one other reason why they would. They're not going there for the publicity or the exposure. The exposure is in Alabama. So he just came out and said what other people are thinking. This is not something that he's making up. I mean, this is something that it don't make sense for people to go to Texas A&M. Why they got the number one recruit?
I thought you were a Jimbo dude. What are you talking about?
I'm just
he did the same thing at Florida State. He's a great recruiter. Where you going?
Yeah, but I guess I want to come back with something on that. So from the Jimbo official side, let's suppose I did get NIL deals for these players to entice them to come there. Mm-hmm. What have I broken? What rule did I break?
No.
If that did happen, I got NIL now.
That's hell.
So it's not like I'm going out of my pocket and paying them. If I arrange for them to get NIL deals, if somebody's kicking out saying we go give you an NIL deal, that's not a rule breaker anymore. NIL is the state right now, unless they change it.
Well, you're not using the NIL fairly. Now you're using that as a weapon. That's not how it's supposed to be used. It's used for the players to get paid by it. You know, now you're using that as an advantage for you to bring in people. Where you're like, hey man, I can get you this NIL deal. That's not supposed to be part of your recruiting. That's not supposed to be your hot take to get somebody to come to your school.
But what rule have I broken?
None.
I don't know if you broke any rules. We got to see.
What rules have I broken?
You broke no rules. So now we talking about the game changer here. Like I think my wife just kind of put that on, and then so my all right, I'm gonna go back to Trevor. Trevor put that you're gonna sit on the bench for 3 years with Alabama, right? Now you don't have to do that. I can give me an NIL deal, and I can go somewhere. I can even go D2 with $1 million in my pocket, and not have to wait for you to tell me that I'm a good player anymore. Saban used to hold the door, you know, for those guys who wanted to play on Sunday. Now I can be the number one, you know, I can be the number, let's say I can be the number one defensive end, and I don't go to your school, and I can still make $1 million on the backside. Come on, man. Come on.
And let's not forget the other part of this. Other part of this is not only NIL. Now you got the transfer portal. Man. I'm at your school. I decide you not gonna play me. I'm sitting on the bench.
I'm dipping. Yep.
I'm gone. I'm deuces. I'm out.
Deuce. So let me get this right, G. You feel what Saban is saying here, or tell me where you coming from.
I'm playing devil's advocate right now.
Devil's advocate. I knew he was gonna say that.
Okay. Okay.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Golly. What?
But so my man ATL Guy Ferry said, man, less competition on your team, more opportunity to play, more NIL money. You get the NIL money when you're on a winning team. If your team is not winning, you're not. That money's gonna start right now. Yeah, it's looking good. Oh yeah, we'll give it to you right now, but let you not win. They're not gonna come to your school next year if you're not winning. Alabama's gonna win.
They only get the NIL deals are only for 1 year.
For 1 year, right?
Yeah.
So
if you renew it though,
right. So if I go, say I go to Texas A&M, I give them an NIL deal, they don't win, right? So that advertisement that I'm paying for, I'm not getting my return back on it.
What if I played well? You didn't play well.
That you're not gonna be on TV if y'all ain't playing well. They're not putting you in there with the big games. Who they putting on the big games? Alabama.
Yeah.
Alabama gonna be on the scene. When it comes down to championship time, who gonna be there? SEC time? Alabama.
I think like Corey though, I think he's just getting teams are starting to beat him. Where he's been invincible most of the time. So now he's starting to get beat. So now he's just lashing out because he done had the number 1 recruiting class and Texas A&M did. You number 2. Just take it and run with it, Nick Saban. You number 2. Wow.
But then I'm like this though. Why get mad when this is one of the guys that used to be under me? You know what I'm saying? Under my expert tutelage, he learned some of the things that he's learned and won championships himself. He won at Florida State.
Don't use what I taught you against me.
What else am I supposed to do? I can carry a big stick and I'm gonna get one too. Hey, my old boss used to do this.
Well, Jimbo got and said that if you really want to see what's going on, go talk to his other former assistants.
Right,
and
give it up. You won't do that to me, you know. And we supposed to be cool, you know.
We supposed to be
boys. Yeah. Now
I watched this interview. There's one statement he made that really resided with me. He said, "When people show you who they are, believe them."
Believe it.
Because I guess you're talking about when Saban tried to come back and apologize. Yeah. No, you already showed me who you are. Apologize.
He said he's not even answering his phone call.
Yeah.
He ain't even answering the phone call.
Hey, you better, like I said, you better address it the way you did on social media.
Yeah.
Show me you mean
behind closed doors.
Ooh, hey, man, let me talk to you, man. Booster Club had me say them things, man. We're just trying to get players over here. They had me say something.
that
say it on social media.
Look, he went all the way on to say some people think they are God.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
So real quick, let's talk about the other person he reached out about.
Who you got?
The team BCU. I always reference HBCUs, of course. They had the overall number 1 recruit coming in this season. So he reached out about Jackson State and Travis Hunter, saying that Jackson State paid this guy $1 million in NIL. Got him $1 million in NIL. Deion said, "I don't even make $1 million."
Let me talk about that one, man. Okay. I'm listening to Deion, his son, he said, "Son, my son woke me up at 2 in the morning, right? My son wake me up, I'm trying to get the coal out my eyes, right? I'm listening to all this that my son telling me. I said, I'm gonna address this liar in the morning." But I've heard Deion say this here about, he also said this here about in terms of Mr. Hunter, Travis Hunter, right? He said this was the best cornerback in, the best cornerback recruit coming out of high school, going into college. He said, when his daddy asked me, he said, what can you do for my son? He said, who was the best cornerback that you ever seen on the gridiron? What better coach do you need for your child in order to be, you know, to go to the next level? He said, I'm gonna give this child everything I know. Then on top of that, he said, in terms of I'm gonna go to the NIL deal. Deion Sanders said, I don't have to give that. My people don't have to pay our people to play for our people. Then at the same time, he was like, I am one of the best in terms of getting these children, you know, what they need because of who I am. I don't have to pay nobody, but I can get him an NIL deal on who he's gonna be. I got my son one. LeBron James got his son one. This is who I am. I can just show up and say, listen, get that man a deal. And this is Deion Sanders talk. He said, I know Deion can do that. Nick can probably do it too. He just maybe he get in there late. It's sort of like technology. Hey man, I ain't got no iPhone. You still got that flip, you know. Big shout out there. I'm about to call the name, but I ain't gonna call his name. He got a flip. You know what I'm talking.
My glaze. Some my glaze.
I wasn't gonna do it. You want to call it? Oh man! Big shout out to GG.
He proud of that flip phone,
and keep it in the front pocket. Glaze.
He proud of it. What he say? I don't want to talk to you no more.
And flip it. And you hit, that's the sound when you hit a click. Did he just click on me?
What do you think about it, G? JSU and Nick Saban.
Yeah, man. Going after JSU, going after HBCUs, man, going after Deion of all people is off limits, man. You know, that's you going after the king right now.
Whoa, wait a minute. I can't accept that, man.
Deion right now.
I can't accept that he's the king.
He's changing the way colleges are doing things right now. He's changing the way the recruiting is going. He's the reason these Nick Saban is coming out and talking. He wasn't talking before. He talking now because of Deion. And Deion
you call him the king though. What is he the king of? What do you call him the king of?
He the king of college football right now. His name is higher than Nick Saban, and that's why Nick Saban is upset right now.
He's the hottest or the king?
King.
I don't know. No, I don't know if he.
I'm putting him up there with
did I just drop something?
No.
They are coming to Deion right now.
But he can't be the king. He can't be the king over the HBCU champs, man. He can't be the king. You got to be the king. You got to beat the king, and that's the only gonna be the king.
He did lose though, G.
He did, but look, it's more to Deion Sanders than just Jackson State.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So what he's doing is more than just football.
Okay, I can accept that.
So that's not the kids making money. That all that.
Yeah,
Deion about that money, man. It must be the money. You know that's all Deion, man. Deion's doing all that. So
you know what?
My
wife said the same thing you kind of said. They got a new locker room, they got new equipment, new stadium equipment, they got what 5 or 6 different uniforms. Okay.
He's changed the game up. He's changed the game up. Not just HBCUs, all smaller colleges. Like he's representing a lot of people. So Nick Saban, you know, he's the junk. He's the lion of Alabama. You know, everybody loves him in Alabama. But Deion is becoming globally what Nick Saban wants to be. So Deion says right here, man, Nick Saban called him out about illegal recruiting for his personal gain. Nick Saban used him and Jimbo Fisher as pawns for his plea from his boosters and his donors. a plea for help from his boosters and donors. He's
Think
getting
that's what it was?
he's getting desperate, man. He's getting desperate. So what do you when you get desperate? Who do you call out? The big dog. You call it the big dog, man. He didn't go after anybody else. He went after the big dog. Deion right now is the big dog.
And Deion said, "I am not to be played with.
I am not to be played with." He got a lot of people backing him, man.
Yeah.
It ain't just him no more. That's what So
and then posting it on social media as they go along,
right.
Posting that locker room.
But, so I disagree with Nick, on doing that, man. Don't do that, man. Don't, because in his eyes at first, he's beneath me. I don't have to. Now he's starting.
But he was cool with Deion too. They did commercials after that
commercials and everything.
Cool.
That's what I was about to ask. So will we see another Aflac commercial?
Oh no, that's done.
These things are over.
But look, Nick Saban got a little help on the side, man. I saw Steve Spurrier came out.
Spurrier. Oh Lord.
It said, "Hey, everybody's coming down on Nick Saban, man, but where's the lie?"
Okay, there's a difference between saying I paid you, and like I said, Deion said I'm a walking advertisement. I'm a business. He said, what he say? I'm a businessman. And in that sense, I can get business. So what you say? I stand with Prime Time. You come from AP. Yeah, I got all of it. What I'm saying? But
that's right.
He said I'm a business. And so he said this is my business to make sure that these kids. He like you just said, G. He's standing up for all of them. When, like I said, starting at the HBCU combine, then at the same time he getting the players there, and then he was also let what is it, the XFL and the Canadian League come to that same thing so they can get a look at it also. So to do what he said, 21 out of 32 teams from the NFL then called him out because he said you said you were coming. I'm speaking up for everybody. Right. I get where he's coming, but let me ask the question that I'm trying to ask is, my wife came in here. Let me scoot over.
Yeah, I love it.
Look, she want to say something.
I'm only here for a second, but here's my issue. And I'm an Ohio State fan, right? I'm a big Ohio State fan. But what we know is these big name and big dollar schools have done this forever. That's the real illegal recruitment, right? All of these backdoor deals with their boosters and their donors. And this has been going on since the beginning of time, right? You got people fresh out of high school going into college football, but somehow you driving a Corvette. Like, where'd that come from? This has been happening. This is nothing new. NIL has leveled the playing field and they can't stand it, right? Because aside from greasing their pockets, if you really have to fairly compete for your recruits, then over the long term, what is your program going to have to offer to set it apart from everybody else, right? If the top talent can say, I can make money off of my own talent and likeness and play wherever I'm happiest, whether that's closer to home, whether that's at a HBCU with my own people not being exploited, whether that is, just the place with the weather I like the best, whatever it is, if they can make their decision based on academics or whatever works best for them school-wise, rather than having to worry about where they will do the best financially, then these blue chip schools lose a lot of their power. And it's unfair for them to then turn around and try to call out a HBCU, an up-and-coming HBCU sports program, because top recruits want to come there when you have been doing this forever. And this is not something we're guessing. We know for a fact. There have been documentaries on it. There have been federal investigations on it. These schools have been rigging the system. So I kind of just call BS on Nick Saban because you are calling out someone for doing what you have done without any proof that they're doing anything wrong, other than the fact that you just assume if they're getting something that I don't get, because that's that sense of entitlement, right? I'm entitled to the best recruits. So if they're getting the recruits that I feel I am entitled to, then what did they do nefarious to get them? I'm not here for it.
Okay.
That's my 2 cents. Y'all have a great time.
Okay. Happy anniversary, Kanisha.
So yeah, so let me ask this: Does this water down the schools? Does it water down the competition now? So if these kids are coming out making these $1 million and picking, I don't need to go to this power school. So is winning now a factor in them picking a school now? Where before is, hey, I'm gonna go here because I know I'm gonna win, or I go here because I know I'm gonna get exposure into the NFL. So, are we gonna lack in the play now on the field because the teams are not picking the top schools anymore?
I think that like Kanisha said, is even in the playing field. And what you said just makes me lean more to what you said about Dion kind of like being the king, because Dion is at HBCU. There's no competition for Nick Saban,
It shouldn't be.
none whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But yeah, he reached out about Dion getting this number one recruit,
Mm-hmm.
who not only even considered going to Alabama, who had already committed to Florida State. Not even his school was not even involved.
Right.
So he had no rhyme or reason to even step that way,
Right.
other than he feel like he's losing, that recruits in general are leaving him because of the NIL. So now he wants to step out on the NIL.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna say I think Alabama is always in somebody's recruiting pool. You always think you got a chance to go to Alabama, at least before now. Who wouldn't want to go to Alabama, right? But I guess now you got a bunch of kids that say I'm not an Alabama guy, I'm Georgia, or I'm not an Alabama guy, I'm Florida State, or however it goes. Nevertheless, the question is, does it level off the playing field recruitment wise? Maybe, but let's keep it real. Jackson State will never beat Alabama, right? On the whole, they'll compete. I remember when we watched Southern play Georgia for the first half, first quarter. You see flashes of goodness, but then it's like, all right, guys, let's turn it up. Let's turn up the heat.
Right.
And you could tell the level of that. There's a difference. There's a reason why there's Division 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Or I think there's a 4, but like when you think about the Tuskegees and there's levels, right? There's talent levels.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing now is the NIL is doing, especially when it comes to Deion Sanders. Now, I'm not saying Deion said he paid you, but Deion said, listen, if you do your job, I'll get you the exposure you need. If now everybody's not promised an NIL deal. You got to, like G said, you got to show up. It's only for 1 year. Now, if you want to get another one, you got to play well. Now, your Hunter guy, he ended up getting one off the bat because of what he did in high school, right? Now, some of these kids are getting them. Now, if they get them first, then you got to ask the question like, how did you get this NIL deal and you ain't played the game yet?
Right.
I think that's where you're coming. I get where you're coming from on that. Then that's when you ask the question, but some guys are like, okay, like the next guy that's gonna get one is what's Peyton Manning's nephew. He gonna get one.
Right.
He gonna get a Manning NIL deal.
Right.
You got some kids that are gonna get one. If he's the number one recruit in the nation, is he not worthy of one off the bat? Yeah, there's a changing in the guard.
Is it? I'm not sure how the NIL works, but wouldn't you have to play for a team that is nationally televised a lot for it to work?
I don't think you. I guess you would. I guess it's got something to do with advertisement. But on the flip side of that, I guess what I think the NIL is also doing too is, in some situations, let's say Alabama, for instance, you have some players that go to Alabama, knowing that they're not going to start, knowing they might not even hit the field
for 3 years,
but they go into Alabama just for that chance to win the national championship, potentially. It may not always happen like we saw last year. But now, with the NIL, if you're a decent player, you had the potential of getting the NIL and going to the school. And this is one of the things that Dion is doing, trying to get more exposure to HBCUs, trying to get more exposure to HBCUs. If you go to HBCU, even though you're not televised that much, if you do your thing and you stand out, you still have that potential going to the league. And you're playing, and you have potential getting the NIL.
So can y'all
throw this out,
people out there, man? What is the NIL? What is that?
So I'll explain the NIL in the simplest terms: name, image, likeness. Right? When you get your name, image, likeness, this is where you get your money from. Okay, let's go to remember the final. I mean Michigan's Fab Five.
Fab Five, right?
When the Fab Five were out, remember the long shorts, the black socks, you know, the Nike, you know, it's like Michigan made so much money off of the Fab Five, it's ridiculous. You know, now what they're saying is like a Weber jersey. You know, they said Weber, and you know, so many Weber jerseys were sold during that time. So with your likeness, your name, your image, and your likeness, say with the image, like with NCAA football, if you are on there and you rank in the 93rd percentile, your player is fast, your player can catch, your player do what, and your name is on the back. So that, or we know that if you can put Jackson State in there because you got this #1 recruit, and he got it's a cornerback that can catch any interception from a D1, you know, this is on the game. You know, you're gonna get some tokens for that. All right. The likeness, you know, you may not have the name on it, but hey man, that looked like me. Or I just picked up Jackson State, that looked like me. The likeliness is me. All right. So the name, if you sell a jersey, Jackson State, you know, that Jackson State Hunter jersey is gonna be worth some money, especially if this dude goes to the league. Okay. All right. So then I said likeliness is, like I said, that's for the games, image, you know. What's the big boy number 99 that said that just got drafted by the Eagles?
Jordan Davis.
Yeah, he was on billboards all through Atlanta. You know, Taco Bell, big boy on it. You know what I'm saying? They had the General Insurance, big boy on it. You know, like dude, he getting money for that. All you gotta do is just take a picture. You know, think big, think like me. You know, it was just some simple things. He ain't gotta say a whole lot. He was on with like 3 or 4 different companies and he's making bread. Okay. So that's what the NIL is. So it said means through which college athletes are allowed to receive financial compensation through their name, image, and likeness. Okay. So it's a marketing tool for yourself, for a kid that is worthy of it. Now you can't be on the bench or you ain't nobody and trying to get an NIL deal. But if you're worth it, yeah, you're gonna make some money off of it.
Okay. Kanisha says social media is actually as large of an advertising platform as TV. Yep. Great highlight clips on IG and TikTok can pull in as much advertising as a televised game. Okay, all right.
Yeah, she's right.
Or remember when kids used to get in trouble for signing jerseys and autographs, you know, and then I think Cam Newton got in trouble for that, signing a bunch of them, you know, didn't make no. I know he made some money off of it. You don't sit there in no room signing jerseys, don't get nothing, but. Todd Gurley got in some trouble, but I'm like, I'm signing my name on a jersey with my name and number on it, you know, and I can't get bread for this.
All right.
Come on, man.
All right. So we spent the first hour of the show.
Controversy, like you called it.
Yeah. Talking about disabled. So we're going on that note, we're gonna move on a little bit. So let's
my wife just came from downstairs on your stage. Like, busted in my dude. What happened?
So let's talk about we talked briefly about, I know you was talking about golf. Let's talk briefly about golf right quick. You know, the PGA Championship was this week. Tiger played Saturday. He looked real bad. I mean, you could tell he was hurting. Yeah. And today, unfortunately, he withdrew. I think for the first time in the major. So not the first time in the major, but I think I can't remember what they said. But anyway,
the first time in the 4th round, he withdrew.
In the 4th round, he withdrew. I think he withdrew earlier. He had back problem. I don't think it was in the 4th round.
Wonderful. Right. It's his first time going in the 4th round.
Yeah. And then I don't know if y'all watched it or not, but I watched the end of it. Guy went to the 18th hole leading by 1 stroke. Teed off. The announcer said that on the 18th hole, that somebody going there usually sometime has a bad shot. So he tees off on the 18th hole, leading by 1 stroke, and hit his tee shot in the water.
Oh.
So
that means he was. So I think I know when I say oh, like I said, because it's a tee shot, it goes in the water. So now is that a stroke taken away from you?
Right. So now normally if he hit in the fairway, he'd be hitting his second shot. But since his ball hit in the water, now he's gonna lose his second shot, and now he's gonna be hitting his third shot from the point where it crossed. He'd be dropping for the point where it crossed and it went to the water. Yeah. So now
that's when they do this here and drop the ball down.
So he'll drop the ball. So when he drops that ball, now instead of hitting 2, he's gonna be hitting 3 because his penalty is he loses 1 stroke for hitting the ball in the water.
Did he lose?
Oh yeah, he lost. So then he hit his third shot. It was bad. He hit his 4th shot. Ultimately, he ended up doubling the hole and finished with a -4 instead of -6. 2 other guys had a 3-hole playoff, and Justin Thomas won it in the playoff by 1 stroke.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, as golf guys,
Mito Pereira, he's the one. Yeah, Mito. Okay.
Yep.
So let me ask, as golf guys, you guys are golf guys. When you watch Tiger and he's wincing, or what are y'all looking for? Because the only thing I kept seeing was his walk. It was a little drag to his giddy up. Yeah. Did y'all does that matter on your walking? Because like I said, once you get to the tee, you should be straight, right?
You should be straight, but that pain that he has walking and going up and down hills, when he gets there to tee off, that pain is still there. And he's using that leg as a driving force to tee off also. So that's just he's pain and walking to the tee box, and then when he swings, he's creating more pain, in his turn and everything then too. So it got to the point where he just couldn't, and you could tell he was getting gradually worse Saturday. Yeah. I mean, like you said, he had he hitching his giddy up. You could tell he didn't make it through this like he did through the Masters.
Yeah. You like Chuck said, man, you can see the pain in his face. Yeah. He was laboring, man, from Saturday, from Friday. The pain was beginning to be too much on him. And like Chuck said, even when you make it to the tee box or to your next shot, man, now you got to you put a lot of pressure on your legs when you're swinging. Your torque when you're twisting your body and your leg. That back leg is moving, and then it wasn't just his knee or his hip; it was his ankle too. So now you walking with a bad ankle, bad hip, bad knee. It takes its toll on you, man, and it's hard to look past or the pain. And at some point, you just can't, man.
So let me ask you this. Okay, so when you were showing me how to do this thing, right? You introducing me to the game, and you'll say, take out your pitching wedge. Pitching wedge does, or you get a 5. Get a 3. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what I'm doing. If you gave me a fork, I got a 4 fork or 3. Give me 2 a shrimp fork. I don't know what I'm doing. But how he was trying to explain it, it has different trajectory pitches, and or the one with the fat, what is that? The big Bertha, what is that? The
driver.
One with the fat. Okay, it's the driver. So let me ask you this: if I'm hurting a little bit, but my swing is violent, why not get a bigger driver? To get me close to it. Or in my case, I'm like, I can't hit it well. Forget it. I'm just using the driver on everything because I can't swing hard. I mean, would y'all look at me like I'm crazy if I'm driving everywhere? Is that wrong?
But it'd be hard for you to hit. Most people have a hard time hitting the driver.
But this is Tiger Woods we're talking about here.
I'm talking about, but still, even though the driver is made more to hit for a ball that's teed up. That's on your tee. So the driver is a lot harder to hit off the ground, for instance.
I can't
in the fairway.
I can't go.
No, the only place you can tee up is in
and put it on the tee.
No, the only place you can tee up is in the tee box.
Okay.
But other than that, you cannot put it on the tee anymore.
Hey, quick story.
Okay, what about changing his pitching wedge? Because I can't swing as violent as I want to. I change my wedge. Can I do that?
Quick story. Hey, quick story. I
right.
went with my grandfather, my father-in-law, golfing. Man, he doesn't really golf often, but he likes to play. So he went out there with me and my dad. Man, first time playing with us, and went out to tee box. It didn't go too far. Cool, he don't play often. So he picked up his tee, walked on over to his ball, put his tee back in the ground.
Tee it up again.
Pop, we can't do that.
I feel him. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to learn, but this is my best way to get it. Let me raise it up a little bit. I'm going to show you what I can do. So that's what I guess for the guy like myself who's trying to figure out if I'm hurting, how to be competitive. And you tell me, hey, like you Chuck come over here, hey, you can't tee up again. I'm not teeing up. I'm finna use this here and get it over there.
But isn't that saying you can't use it? You can use it.
They say I can't, so I can.
You can use it. You just can't put it on a tee.
Oh, so I can. So if I just hit you with, like you said, that one I had, it said Big Bertha on it. So I can walk down and then hit another one with the same Big Bertha again if I want to.
Yeah. Isn't saying you can't do that.
Okay, there's no.
You can use any club you want to at any time.
Yeah.
So, because we all understand that Tiger has and I'm saying this because Tiger has a violent swing, right? It's and then he was doing this and then he was like, I could tell he was hurting after the swing. Mm-hmm. But then I seen one guy, because they were like, he doesn't hit it as far as Rory, or he don't hit it as far, but he has a smoother swing and it don't go as far, but he is more accurate. I'm saying, how can Tiger get past this hurt? That's why I was like, don't use the 3, man. Just go straight to the 7 and bang that thing.
It's not the club for him; it's the swing. So his swing doesn't change.
Okay.
So the club is not which club he uses and makes it harder or makes it he has to swing harder. He's gonna use the same swing every time. That's what the pros do. They swing don't change up. So the only thing that changes up is the club.
Oh, okay.
It's so people like us who are not really that great at it. We were like, man, my driver ain't doing me no justice today, dog. I ain't pulling that bad boy back out, So we're hit with our irons for the rest of the game. But those professionals, man, they figure out a way to hit all their clubs.
Okay.
So
this is his body breaking down.
Yeah, it's his body breaking down. And I think we had a guy who came on our show a while back and said that he doesn't think that Woods would be able to finish out a tournament or even be there to make it in the end because his body's breaking down. And is he there? Is he just there for the draw? Is he just there for people to come out and see him on his last hurrah?
Can he do the okay, say if he can't compete on the PGA, can he do the
senior
old folk PGA?
What is it called?
Not till he's 50. Not till he's 50.
Yeah.
Not till he's 50.
Yeah. He got
to keep trying. He got to keep trying to
be honest.
Hey, just let me hang it. But to be honest, look.
Yeah. Tiger is going to. I honestly feel like Tiger rushed it. He rushed it. I'm trying to come back. He missed it too much. He got that itch, and he felt like he was swinging well enough to come out there and compete after playing with Charlie, in that tournament. So he's like,
and all that.
Yeah.
But that was 3 tournaments ago.
Right. But he felt good. Like he felt like he can come out there and do it. But it's a lot. His body's not ready. His leg is not ready. You can see he's been working out. You can see his upper body is strong. You can see that. But his lower body, that leg is still not 100%. And
but okay, so the Masters was in April, right? Mid-April, April, May, so it's been another month. I mean, is he not getting better? Is he not getting healthier?
No, I
I'm
I don't even think he was healthy in the Masters. Remember, he started falling off at the end too in the
but he
Masters.
finished. But he finished the Masters though.
He did finish. He did
Yeah,
finish.
he couldn't finish. Yeah, he couldn't finish. He was wincing in pain.
This course and yesterday was one of the worst conditions. The wind, the cold. It was like in the fifth.
Where they were? Where were they?
They were in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay.
So it was freezing up there. You saw golfers out there with skull caps on.
Okay.
So, you know, your leg, when it gets cold, man, your leg and it was raining, you know. I don't know if you have injuries, but you know when it rains, man, them broken bones that you had before, they ache bad. So it was rough on them, man. It was rough on them.
So let me ask you this. Now, have you heard of that course before? Is that course known for, you know, being tough?
It's tough. It's very tough course. Very tough course. So when no, you good, bro. When the guy was, I think he shot he was 9 under. He was playing well. It's normally not a course where you go under by a lot. I you know, my guy, I think they won with under 5 under. You know, so this is a very tough course, man. Chuck, the question he asked, man, is this a course that you've heard of as being hard or difficult?
Yeah, it was tough. Like you were saying, starting at the day, the guy that lost at the end, like you were saying, he started at the day 9 under par.
Mm-hmm.
But going to the 18th hole, he was 6 under par. So he had already lost 3 strokes. So he was +3 for the day.
Right.
So yeah,
so let me ask both.
4 under.
Let me ask both of y'all this. So when I see a guy, when they were showing this one guy, he was at the tee, swings, and he just let the club go. You know, like you know.
He probably
what does
knew
that mean?
He wasn't very happy with what the ball went.
He had a terrible miss hit.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, they showed him hit it. He just dropped the club. I'm like, did it fall out? Did he hurt himself?
Is that the one who hit Sage Steele?
Sage got hit? Yes.
Oh yeah.
He got hit by a ball.
Really, Corey? Really, Corey?
I don't
like Sage Steele.
She got. From what I read, they didn't talk about it. But what I read, she got injured pretty. I mean, it was pretty significant.
Oh yeah, she's
all right.
in the hospital. Yeah, she's in the hospital.
So,
wow, Corey.
Like Sage Steele.
Yeah,
Ali. I'm sorry. I hope she recovers.
All right. So what we do now? We'll move on a little bit. Let's go to. We're gonna leave that alone. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the NBA. We started with the WNBA real quick. There was a game on TV yesterday. A game on TV yesterday that featured who I think is the best team in the league right now.
Right.
And I'm kind of biased. And that would be the Las Vegas Aces. Who actually beat who they played? I can't remember who they played, but they beat them pretty bad.
The Mercury by 20 again.
Yeah.
The Mercury, they're reeling, man. They're reeling without. They can't really focus because they're missing BG. You know, it's hard on them to go out there and play without their girl being there, man. Knowing that she's still being held in Russia.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be tough on them. But yeah, the Aces they put it on them again though. They put it on them again.
They gave her representative. You know, I keep wanting to say a lawyer, but it's not a lawyer. It's her Russian representative. After 3.5 weeks, he was able to go and talk to her again. But they just not disclosing where they're keeping her, you know, which is terrible. But the NBA said that they're going to now start to partner with the WNBA to try to get her home. But this whole CBD oil thing is they're taking it seriously. Like she broke.
They're not taking it serious. They're upset with the U.S. for helping Ukraine. So yeah, so they're
behind her.
Yeah. So it's come out that they're illegally holding her
right
now. Yeah. So they had no rights to hold her, like imprison her. So
right,
it's become now something else. And they, I don't know how true it is, but I did read something where they have offered to give up one of their Russian mates that we have for BG. That's
so we have a Russian person that they want free.
Yeah. So I did see that earlier today. I'm not sure how true that is, but David Stern, I'm sorry, but Silver, Adam Silver. Yeah, Adam Silver is working with the U.S. Embassy to get her.
The NBA, Adam Silver is working with. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Who's the commissioner of the WNBA?
Kathy Eagleman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she doesn't have as much.
They're working together.
Okay.
She has a lot of pull too. But you know, the NBA is globally, you know, so
as the NBA, I got you. Because we have a bunch of Russian players that still play here in the U.S. but still have citizenship in Russia.
Yeah, and they have been outspoken to what's going on over there as well. So they're not in agreement with what's going on.
Yeah, we can only hope that something works out and she gets freed and be able to come back home, man. That's a terrible situation.
Terrible situation. Just imagine what she's really going through out there, man.
Yeah. Man. All right, so now we're gonna jump on to the NBA and the conference championships that are now going on. We've had three games on the east side, and the third game is being played now on the west side. Yeah. So let's start with the east right now. So we had what I think was a pretty good game last night with the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. For those of you that do not know, as for the TCY gentleman right here, Corey and I have picked Miami. And our man, Devil's Advocate over there, G, has picked Boston. just so you all know who we predict is going to win this conference championship here. So, gentlemen, let's start with you, G. What do you think about the conference championship on the east side so far?
I thought that was a huge win for the Miami Heat last night. The Boston Celtics showed a lot of resolve and perseverance to get back in that game last night, being down 27 and making a game out of it. Key injuries to Marcus Smart. He had his Paul Pierce impersonation. You know, got hurt. Came running back out. Your boy, what's his name? Tatum the same thing. But I saw Tatum go down, man. I think Tatum was his feelings were more hurt than he was hurt. You know,
he said feelings hurt.
Yeah, he got the ball stolen. Victor Oladipo, man, was out there playing hellacious defense against Brown and Tatum, man. I think the Miami Heat had 20 steals.
He was a thief, man. He was a thief.
20 steals. The team had. Yeah. Okay. So that was a hell of a win, man, and they did it without Jimmy Butler in the second half. Jimmy Butler, he didn't come out of halftime. You know.
Right.
So that was a huge win, man. I thought the Celtics had to win that game, man. Without Butler there. But the lead was just too much. It was insurmountable, man. So that was a huge win. I got the Celtics winning tomorrow night, though. I got the Celtics winning tomorrow night.
I'm going to comment on that in a minute.
Yeah, as bad as they played, they made a game out of it. And that's like I said, that showed the perseverance and they're resolved. And so that team is not going to quit. They're not going to lay down. They're going to come back fighting. And, they stole one there. Now, the Heat stole one back. So it's going to be a back and forth. Game 7, baby. Boston Celtics.
What you got, Corey?
Now I'm hoping that my man Jimmy Buckets say he had his injury wasn't. I hope he'll be fine coming back. Now, Bam Adebayo,
yeah,
banging on the bottom, and at the same time, let me give you my spark plug for that team when Butler went out. Mr. Kyle Lowry. I want to welcome him back to these playoffs.
Who did you say?
Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry? Who?
Should I say it again?
He you, Corey.
Yeah, did I say it wrong? Look, Kyle Lowry, Mike Lowry, Kyle Lowry was the spark that keep the energy going. He plays like a Draymond Green in terms of energy. And the comeback, from 4. I mean, he's been in a bunch of absences, and hey, what you got there? You got a cookie? Okay. So say hello.
Hey, all right, you know, boo.
All right, I'll see you later, okay? Yeah, see you later. See you later. Take a break. Bye. So, yeah, in my opinion, Kyle Lowry was the spark plug to keep that engine fired up and going. Now, Bam, he was doing his part. He said he didn't want to let his team down. He came in and made it happen. And then, like I said, with the same assist through PJ Tucker, I just don't. I don't know, man. I don't see 7.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see 7.
He's 7.
I'm with you, Corey. I don't see 7 either.
5.
I give him 6.
7.
But
7.
G, I think you predicting.
6.
Yeah. G, you predicting. You predicting Boston to win again. But I think Boston is going to be in the same situation they were when they went to Game 7 against Milwaukee. I think they exerted too much energy in that game last night trying to overcome that 27 points. And that's going to lag into this next game on tomorrow.
Ooh.
And I'm thinking the Heat go take that one too.
Do y'all remember the game that Horford had against the Bucks, where he went off like 30 points?
Yeah. Okay.
That's the same thing Adebayo just did.
That's all he needed to do. I think you said it before. All it takes is one player to do that part. The next player gonna step up and do something. You don't have to do that every game.
They don't have to do that every game. You're right, but they're not gonna do it again. Like, they haven't had anybody that's gonna, especially if Butler's not there. Butler had that knee inflammation, and that's gonna be a problem going, from here on out. So the Celtics will probably win this next game by double digits.
Wow.
By double digits.
Man, this dude, boy. God.
You give no respect. You give no respect.
I like what the Heat are doing, but all the Heat wanted to do, they want to come back and get home court advantage back. That's all they want to do.
So you thinking they don't want to leave there winning another game in Boston?
They're satisfied.
And go home 3-1?
They're satisfied. They want they're satisfied going 2-2, going back home and winning, because they feel nobody has the fear of going to somebody else's house and playing. There is no fear in between them, so they're okay with trying to, it's 2-2. I'm okay with that. I'm going back home with a chance to go back up 3-2. They're all right with that.
But what if you can take one in Boston and then win it at home?
They just did. They just took one. You talking about take 2?
Take 2 in Boston.
Take 2.
They're not that greedy. They're not that greedy. No,
really.
You got a guy over there that's greedy. but he don't play.
And who is that?
Udonis Haslem. He the only one over there that's real greedy.
He's down at that. No, to my old Haslam, the coach.
He's the greedy man, but he don't play. He's the one
Right.
telling, hey man, let's go out there and get it. Them other cats don't care about that, man.
So you don't think they want to win 2 in Boston? And like Corey said, go home to mind with potential of sealing the deal and go ahead and get that rest to get everybody healthy for the championship.
Watch how far they go down this next game, and watch how they kind of, especially if Butler's not there. But like you said, if Butler's there, he gonna fight. But if Butler's not there, watch how they fold that table. Like,
Okay, we're gonna see.
They gonna pack it right on up. Hey, we going back home. We going back home.
I think
So
Kyle Lowry has brought back the energy that they needed. If Butler doesn't play, to still keep it. You keep doing it. Look, you keep doing it. I keep following for this. Who? Kyle Lowry.
Look, because I've said something about Kyle Lowry before, and this is why I'm keep saying who. And you dogged me out about Kyle Lowry.
I'm talking about right now, though. I'm talking about right now in this series. Now he was the spark to get them. I'm just going by what I saw yesterday. When he was sitting there, they listen. Them boys saw that he was ready to play. He had missed being inactive. He missed being. He missed being active, huh?
What about PJ Tucker? Nobody's giving no love to PJ Tucker.
Oh, I was about to say about PJ Tucker. I give PJ Tucker all the credit because PJ Tucker is banging Tatum.
He scored 17.
If he keep on banging Tatum like that, that's gonna help a lot too.
Okay.
And keep Tatum. And Tatum hit that one shot right there at the end of the half. Everybody thought that was gonna turn it around. It's gonna come out and be all on fire in the second half. No,
I got a prediction. Tatum is going to Antetokounmpo.
He can run out of energy.
He's gonna fizz out. He's gonna get tired.
He's gonna be tired. Oh,
he's going Antetokounmpo.
I think yesterday was just one of those games. He was just off. He was missing open shots. He was just off yesterday.
PJ was banging him, man.
He's been averaging 30.
But when you got a defender like PJ that's getting in your,
he be getting 30 against him.
He was out one game. He was out one game. PJ Tucker was out one game.
He was a game
Larry
time
and PJ
decision.
was out.
He was a game time decision last night.
He was.
No, PJ played.
Him and Lowry missed a game. What game did they blow them out? Missed game 2.
He played. He just came off. He didn't play the whole game.
He didn't play.
I'm tripping, man.
He didn't play the whole game. He got hurt
in
the fourth quarter when they was already getting blown out.
Golden State doing something right now.
All right, so you sticking with your prediction of going with the Celtics, right? You're not trying to change.
Yeah, that's
okay. So now we're going to transition to the West, and for those out there listen to the TCY family, the prediction for the West is Corey and I again agree. We have picked the Warriors, and the devil's advocate over there, Mr. G, has picked the Dallas Mavericks. And we see how this is going. I was told by G that if Jokic do his thing, the Mavericks are going to win.
A to Z.
But game two, Jokic did his thing. But my boy Steph put him to sleep again. Night.
I do.
So, Corey, we start with you on this one. What do you think about the Western Conference Championship?
If Golden State take this one tonight, it's over. It's over. If they I'll say this here.
That's a given. They up 3-0.
I'm just saying. It's over. It's over. But now I'll say this here. You don't poke the bear. You don't poke him, man. You don't like I said this the past couple of weeks. This is the first time I've seen a big three working as a big three. And then got a plethora of guys coming off the bench. Now, at the same time, they're trying to give, just give them a little rope. But what you keep doing is you keep poking that Steph. You keep poking that Draymond. And all you're doing is firing them up. If they take it, because they're in Dallas, right?
Right.
Night.
What are y'all are failing to realize is
Uh-oh.
the Mavericks gave them that game along with the refs in that last game. The Mavericks held the lead the whole game until the last.
Hold
they
on.
They held on. What happened is they started to rely on the three instead of killing them down low. Like they was killing them going to the basket the whole game. Killing them. Had them in foul trouble. Draymond Green crying the whole game. At what point do the refs get this man another technical? Like this man is yelling after every freaking call.
That's what he does. You don't technical call. That's how he talk. That's how he speaks to them.
You got to. This man, when you give a tech to somebody else who asks you a question, and you let this man berate you, what is it? Berate you, man, the whole time while he's on the court.
He's speaking. He talks with
excitement. No, it's not talking. There's no talking. That this man is yelling at every call. And then you have Steph Curry. I'm starting to not like these guys, man. Like,
oh my God,
these guys are becoming one of the most annoyingest teams in the league.
I got one question.
Yeah.
So when Golden State went on their run
and
got back in the game, Draymond and Steph were both on the bench. So how were they crying and complaining and moaning like you say they were when they wasn't even on the game when Golden State went on that run to get back in the game?
No, I mean, you just talking about the run. They was doing that the whole game, though. They was crying the whole game.
And then whose fault? You made a valid point. Your point was that Dallas was winning and maintaining the lead when they kept going to the basket.
Right.
That's their fault. They started shooting on threes. That's not the referee's fault.
Right. No. That's what I said. I said they gave them the game. That's what I said. They gave them the game.
No, you can hit your threes. It wasn't giving no game.
They made the mistake and gave them the game. They had the game won. They had the remedy. They had what it took to get there. And then they started for some reason.
Luka said the same thing you just said to Steph. Stop crying. What did Steph do? He answered.
Yeah.
Oh, Steph?
Yeah. He put you to sleep.
Yeah. Night.
Time to go night.
That's what I keep. You don't poke the bear. Stop crying or stop complaining. Who are you talking to? The 3-time MVP? I mean, a 2-time MVP, 3-time champion? Is it you talking to me? Okay.
Yeah. Poole brought them back. Poole brought them back.
No. Let me tell you who. Let me tell you who's doing his job. Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah.
Holding the defense on the defensive end, holding down their main guy. Now I ain't saying he's containing them, doing a great job at it. But at the same time, what I'm trying to let you understand is, even with what you call complaining, don't tell me I'm complaining though. Don't you say it. I'm at home. I get to talk trash at home. I get to talk to the referees like that at home, and the referees understand that. Don't kick me out of this game. They don't come here to see you. They come to see me, which is Draymond Green at the same time.
I'm tired of seeing Draymond Green crying after every call. I'm tired.
So Luka,
he only had to be part of the call, and he crying about it.
Luka wasn't crying.
Involved.
Luka cried too. Not as bad as Draymond. Not as bad as Draymond.
Man.
But Luka go really cry after the night.
Are you seeing that crying? I don't like it. I don't like it. I come from the age where you earn everything. You battle for it. You don't cry. You don't cry, man. I don't like this. I don't like this crying. I don't like this flopping.
That's the NBA today. That's the NBA today.
Yeah.
They all cry. They all flop.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
You can't go shot for shot. The only person that I ain't gonna say that. They got some guys that can shoot the tray.
No, you can't. They what it is, you get too comfortable shooting the tray, and then they don't have to put on defense. Like you won't. What did I tell what they had to do when the series started. I said, "Hey, Curry gonna have to find a way to stop them from doing that pick and roll, getting Steph Curry involved. Every play they trying to get Steph Curry over there, boy. Hey, come here. Whoever got Steph on him, send him my way. I want
It
and
don't
Steph.
matter though.
Steph
He's
was
not
out
falling
there
for it though.
Steph
He's not.
running back.
He's not
running
right.
back.
He ain't falling for it. You're
And
not
what-
finna do that because I'm a smaller
But that-
guy. You're not finna
Yeah, and that hadn't worked yet because they down
do that.
2-0.
Work. You can't do that. You ain't forcing me to
They,
that. Side.
they had the game. That's what I'm saying. They had the game when they was killing them. Then they was like, "Oh, we up. Let's keep on shooting threes too." No, they was killing them with it.
So what? Who is that? Whose fault is that?
Whose fault is that?
That's theirs. I mean, that's the young. They're a young team. They don't know how to win yet.
So is that coaching or what is that?
Well, he said the same thing.
You talking
Coach
about the
said-
game when they were down by 21?
No, they was up by
They
21.
was up by
I'm
21.
saying the Warriors.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
Yeah,
I'm
the
a
Warriors.
Warriors fan, so I'm not
Okay,
saying they
okay.
were down. Look,
Okay.
I'm saying we were down 21. That's
Yeah.
all. Who talking about? The Warriors were down, right? And they made a way.
Yeah.
All they did was they just started breaking it down a little bit. Let's go on a 10-0 run. Let's get this thing down to 9. Then next, we're back in this game.
Yeah.
And
Because
Looney stepping up too.
yeah, Looney had a really good game. But they, like I said, like you just said though, they did all that without doggone Clay, without Trey, Steph, without Draymond. It was Looney, it was Poole, and it was Otto Porter. Like
Wiggins too. Yeah.
yeah, Wiggins. Yeah.
And that's good. It's good to have that.
It is.
That's that championship pedigree, man. Championship pedigree.
So
agree with you. I agree.
So okay, you're agreeing with us right now, but are you gonna change? I'm giving you an opportunity. Change your prediction.
Mavericks winning tonight. 2-1 tonight, baby.
No. We're not talking about tonight. We're talking about for the series.
Overall
Oh,
series.
It should no. If they would have won last Saturday or some Friday, and they win tonight, they would have been up 2-1. So,
But they're
Let
not.
me tell you something. Looney played so Steve Kerr gave that dude a hug at the end of the game. Look, Steve Kerr was grabbing on look, he looked like a little dude. Look, Looney had to come down. 7 foot, had to come down just to get a dude a hug.
All right, we're almost out of time. We're gonna touch on one last subject right quick. And Baz, I hate to talk about this subject.
we ain't getting no game, man, either.
I know, right?
Yeah, I know. Baz, I hate to talk about this subject. Let's talk about the that just come out that the league, the owners are potentially gonna vote for Dan Snyder to sell the Commanders. and I hate to talk about this, but on the flip side of it, right is right and wrong is wrong. So they made Jerry Richardson step down and sell the Panthers for allegations of discrimination and sexual harassment that was going on within his organization. So if the same thing is going on within the Commanders organization, then hey, it's only right that you make Snyder do the same thing. It's my team, but still, I believe in withholding the rules and running the top-notch organization. So if he's not doing that, then he needs to go.
Hey, and it's not only the allegations. He's already has his wife kind of supposedly running the team right now. But now it's come out that this guy has 2, not 1, 2 different bank accounts for
the
Washington Commanders.
Right.
2,
Yeah, to keep him sharing the revenue.
two different bookkeepers.
Yeah.
So now you stealing money from these other owners.
Right.
Now you done cross the line. So,
On top of that, he has under the microscope on work. I mean, let's say widespread work allegations on misconduct for employees, women. That them emails. I mean, on top of that, it's just how long do the NFL owners? Because right now I think they're voting, right? Or at least they're voting on voting him out, right?
Yeah,
right.
Okay,
All
so
they need 25. 25 of the 30 one, because he's not included, of course, but they need 25 of them. That's a lot.
yeah.
But when you start taking money out of their pockets now,
Right.
you've been lying to me about what you making over there.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they.
Yeah, it may
So
not.
wait
It
a
may
minute,
not hard to accomplish that task.
So what does the second account do? What does that tell you?
It shows what you. So you're saying I'm only making X amount of money, right? So I only made 100 million this year. In actuality, you probably made 350 million, but you keeping the other 250 on your side.
Are the
And you
other do the
you
owners
only-
get a piece of that as a
yeah,
or-
40%. He's only getting 40%. So they
They call
spread
it
it out.
shared revenue. So he
share,
got,
share
for the
revenue.
NFL? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, each team got to share 40% of their revenue. So he said my revenue was only X amount, but in actuality, it's this amount over here that he's keeping
man,
for himself.
holding out on the bread.
Holding out on the money, dog.
Yeah,
So
like I said, I hate to bring it up, but it's my team. But like I say, even though it's my team, right is right, wrong is wrong. You know,
yeah,
if you're gonna make one owner sell and get out of the league for something similar, but
Yeah.
I don't think Richardson was doing things that revenue. I think it's more discrimination and sexual harassment.
right.
But regardless of that, right is right and wrong is wrong. If you're doing wrong, then
Yeah.
you need to go. Even though it is my team,
Yeah.
you need to go.
All right, so here I'm reading. It says on a general rule, the general counsel Jeff Pash, he confirmed that with Roger Goodell, they believe that it's true that the league bylaws, the owner can in fact vote another owner out or force him to sell if he didn't complete with all clarity his process and procedures in the rule books of the NFL and the owners. Like so they have a gentleman's, like understanding and a rule book that says that you got, that your process and procedures need to be, like I guess at the same, they need to be complete with all the teams.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So how would they find out if I'm holding bread?
Well,
I don't know how they found it out, but it's public knowledge right now. I
he's
saw
on
it.
investigation. They're doing an
Yeah.
investigation on him.
I think coming as far as Congress and all.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're all up in his books.
Yeah.
they all up in there, man. So they finding out all kind of stuff. For 23 years, he's been owning that organization, man, and he's kind of running it into the ground. He's running it poorly, dog. He's running it poorly, and and I guess for what Chuck is saying, man, like as a fan, shit, you really gotta go, man. Like you ain't doing right. You're not doing right by the fan. You're not doing right by the team, by the NFL. Like, I mean, it goes to show you that he really don't know what he's doing.
So check this out. So all right, so it said one of the key elements that started this, or another one anyway. So the FedEx Field, right? It's FedEx Field, correct?
Mm-hmm.
They said that, all right. So his lack of incentives to make renovations during this rain, got him started. It was like, listen, we've been giving you this money, and our name looked terrible, basically,
The stadium falling apart. You got the sewage coming out of it. Yeah.
Did we just give you money for new toilets? Or did we just give you money for? Oh yeah, no, yeah. We're gonna fix it. So they reported it to the NFL that they're, like I said, basically saying, I'm just skimming through it. That, like I said, the lack of incentives to make the renovations during this time after being assessed millions of dollars since 1997. Have they been FedEx Field since 97?
I don't know if they've been FedEx Field since 97.
I don't think it's been 97.
They've been getting incentives since 97.
No.
He said, oh.
He's owned the team
since 97.
23 years, yeah.
So okay, so basically so FedEx basically saying, okay, they've been a partner since 97. Okay. You ain't been doing right by this bread, man.
and that's the reason doggone the Cowboys brought their own seats there because they seats are horrible. You know, we got our seats. They seats are horrible, dog. Like,
What else he said? Hey, up there.
yeah,
Oh, it did open. It did open in 1997.
yeah,
90. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
September 14th, 1997.
yeah. So it's
you been-
bad. It's bad there, dog. It's
That's a
bad.
lot of bread. Hey man, I done had enough. Hey man, where my seats at? Huh? Golly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's a foregone conclusion, man. Anytime you start messing with them owners' money, I don't. Look, they talking about you right now.
Hey, I can see that. Hey, look, you get a phone call from from a different owner. Hey man, you get your check from Commander Redskins. You get your check. I got mine. What? I'm just asking. Did it look right? Did you get your money? Look, did you see the report with the day report? Yeah, he said he made. Listen, man, I made 500. He said he made 100.
They're about getting $20,000 checks. They get
Maybe if we get voted out, maybe they get the opportunity for a minority owner.
Hey man,
that'd be great.
this ain't enough. He may turn in one paper. $10. Golly, man, come on.
Yeah,
I hate trying to buy. What minority owner was trying to buy a team? Not minority owner. Not Kanye West. Dame Dollar.
Dame Dash.
Dame Dash.
He don't need no team either.
He's actually starting. He's trying to start a league. Because they wouldn't let him in.
They won't let him get a team.
They won't let him get a team.
So we try to start a league.
Yeah, he wanted to start an NFL league, man. And he actually working on it. He's actually working.
Can't even start another record label. You trying to start a football team? Come on, man.
Oh man.
Gee, look, let me ask you. Okay, so as a I'm gonna start calling you OC, the old commander. How does that make you feel about your squad? When your owner, where do you want to see this team going?
Right, it doesn't change how I feel about the squad, because that's no reflection on the squad. That's a reflection on the owner that didn't know what he's doing. And that's why he needs to be gone. And I think if they get him out, I guess one of the things that Ron Rivera did, he brought some of the things to the forefront when he got there. Ron Rivera did, because he said that this has been going on and it's not right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that him being gone and having Rivera there can only make things better.
Okay.
Make the organization better, because it's evident right now. I know I joked in kids when we talked about the emails and all that kind of stuff, but like I said, man, right is right and wrong is wrong, and this is definitely wrong.
Yeah.
So when you do wrong, then it's time for them to go ahead and you had your 20 plus years. Now it's time for you to go on about your merry way.
Yeah.
And let somebody else become the owner of the team.
Okay. So you ain't gonna go with the ship in terms of ownership. I feel that because I know a lot of times, fans will stick with their owner or their team regardless of what they're doing, So
I'm sticking with the team, but not with the owner.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think most fans of a team, I think they stick with the team, not the owner anyway. You was a fan of the Falcons before Arthur Blank got there.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So, I think that it's normally your owner is somebody you really don't see, you don't really hear about. I mean, you got social media, of course. Now you get to hear and see a lot more of these owners than you used to. Before it was just Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is probably the only owner you probably ever saw before.
What's your owner for the Raiders?
Raiders, Al Davis. Well, that's where he got it from.
Okay.
Al Davis, the same type. That was his buddy. So
okay.
Yeah, so he kind of got it from him.
Ain't gonna lie, because I ain't know who the Falcons owners were. I know it was a Smith team or whatever. The last name Smith, but I didn't. We didn't see him.
Right.
We knew, that they owned the team, and then One day they sold him. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I didn't know who Arthur Blanks was when they first bought him. I ain't know the Falcons were for sale. None of that. Because they selling them. Where they going? Arthur Blanks. Who is that? Doing their own Home Depot. Oh, they look the play where they wear the orange thing. Okay. Did not know. They own the team for years. But
yeah. You don't really see you don't see the forwards. You never saw the what's the Steelers the
Roonies.
Roonies, yeah, the Roonies. You never seen the Roonies. You never seen the New York Giants. You never seen them. You never seen the Jets. You heard about them. Owners.
Yeah.
Shoot, I couldn't tell you who the Bengals or the Browns owners
Chiefs owner, right, yeah.
Like, so you don't.
Yeah, some of them owners stay low key. That's true.
Right.
Gotcha.
Well, good. Got anything else, big dog?
That was. I hate to end on that note, but that was the last thing I had to talk about tonight.
Well, let me ask
one quick thing though.
All right.
Have y'all heard this rumor about Drew Brees?
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Think he can come back? And the thing I don't know is if he did come back, will he be bound to play for the Saints or can he go play for anyone?
He want to play for the Saints, right?
I think he'll come back for the Saints.
Yeah.
I think he's still under contract with the Saints, right?
He got 1 year.
I didn't know if he's since he set out a year. Is that contract still in place or what? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I think he just a little butthurt because the GOAT finna make all this money and ain't said nothing on the mic yet.
Yeah. And he ain't about to make nothing.
So and nobody, CBS or NBC, nobody's picked him up. And I ain't saying he did a bad job, but it's like, what you finna do? I go back and play football then.
And honestly, when he left, he was washed up. So I don't see why coming back gonna help him out.
Wow. You throw out some pot shots, boy. Wow. So you think Drew Brees was washed up when he left?
Yeah.
That's
blasphemy, man. There you go again.
What did he do for his team? Instead, but the playoff game, he threw 4 interceptions to the Bucks. Yeah.
So is Dak washed up?
No.
But what did he do for his team in the playoff game?
He lost, man. I mean, he ain't throw 4 interceptions.
But he lost.
Yeah, he lost.
Okay. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I'm not finna do that, man. He still threw 3,000 yards,
Yeah, he had a good season. He had a good season.
But you say he washed up. Now you saying he had a good season.
Yeah, 3,000 yards ain't really that much.
But when you number one receiver.
When you 40-something years old,
you washed up.
He was missing his number one receiver too the whole season.
No, he wasn't. No. Michael Thomas was there. He just wasn't. James was there.
No, he wasn't. Don't do that.
No. Look at it. He didn't. Thomas didn't play when Jameis was there. He was there when Drew Brees was there.
You still get nobody. You don't get nobody no props, but that.
Yeah, I ain't about to do that with you, man. Yeah.
Look it up.
I was just about to go into that, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, me either. Hey, because you
Hey,
don't get no props to nobody but that.
I'm finna go watch the Warriors play. I'm finna eat my Jamaican food.
guess who's winning right now?
The Mavericks winning right now. Mm-hmm.
3 points, G.
No, they were just down by like 14 when Corey was like, they put it on them. The Warriors.
At the time, he did. Hey, look. Yeah, he did. He did. He right. But just second half.
Still the second quarter. It's a long way to go.
Second, still.
Oh yeah. What they showed is that they can beat this team. That's all. They're not scared of this team. Nobody's scared of them.
You have to be
man,
scared.
you been wrong as hell about these basketballs.
Yeah.
Hey, you been saying a whole lot.
Y'all saw what my boy BB said, man. Hey, I'm a visionary, dog. I'm a
Yeah,
visionary.
your visionary is not working out too good.
Look, all right.
Because both of your picks are now losing.
Look, with that being said, all right.
With that being said, man, how many games are the Jags gonna win, y'all?
Who?
Jaguars. Give me a pick right now. Give me a pick.
I know you could lose the first game.
I go with 5. I'll
Go
do
5?
5. I'll do 5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
What's gonna make them better than they were last year?
5 a long way.
Doug Peterson. They got a good coach. Yeah.
Who they coach?
Good coach with no players.
Doug Peterson.
Oh,
They
Doug.
actually picked up some good players. They
They got some decent in the draft.
Ian back. You know, they got some good boys over there. They got Christian Kirk for receiver. Oh, defense gonna be nice. All right.
Like I said, they could lose the first game. That's all I'm concerned about.
That's all you know. Game 1. Where's it at?
Don't make no difference.
I got a paper cut the other day, man. Paper cut.
It's in Washington. It's at FedEx Field.
FedEx Field. Remember to bring your own seats.
I know. Bring some wipes. Bring a drink.
Drink the water. Drink
Right.
water.
Okay, let's look at their first 6 games right quick. They played the first 6 games. They played Washington. They played the Colts. They played the Chargers, the Eagles, Houston, and then they played the Colts again.
All right, I got them going 1 and 5. Them first 6, though.
Yeah, they might split with the Colts, you know.
Oh, I got them beating Houston.
Yeah, I got to beat them Houston, so I give
Yeah.
them Houston
2. You got them 2 and 4.
They're split with, like I said, they're split with the Colts, and then they're gonna beat Houston. So I give them 2 games. I give them.
So you think they're gonna split with the Colts?
Yeah, because
I might give them 2. Because there's turmoil in Washington right now.
It's not turmoil in Washington. It's not no turmoil in Washington. Ron Rivera would keep the team. Ron Rivera would keep the team in line. I'm not worried about that.
You know what? They just might win because of that trash owner.
They might win because that trash owner. And then guess what? They beat Carson Wentz last year.
Carson Wentz on a different team.
He was on a better team last year.
That's what you say.
They were pretty decent. They still got their running back. You know, I ain't lost nobody. You know,
we will beat them first game.
Red gonna have to do something.
Yeah, hey, that game was looking a little iffy now. Look,
that's coming from a hater.
Corey, you gonna call you a hater, dog?
I ain't listening. I'm just saying, you know.
Both of y'all are
we gotta see him too. I gotta talk trash at least till we see y'all.
Yeah, you gotta come to FedEx Field too. Bring your own seats.
Right. You back, poo poo? Okay.
All right, y'all. Episode 8 in the books, man. Great show. Great job, Big Chuck, the OG, the people's team, the Commanders. Hey, appreciate you holding it down, my dog. For everybody out there, James Little John.
Hi.
Hey, boo.
Hey.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We had a new member out here, a new family member out here, man. El Big Negro. El Big
Negro. Oh,
a big Negro. Oh. El Big Negro. Hey, we appreciate you though. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I hope you share the stream.
Do we know who he is?
I have no idea. Who this cat is, man. But we appreciate it. Everybody that's out there on Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button. We thank y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us, man. Hope to see y'all on Wednesday. Anybody on YouTube, thank y'all for rocking with us. Kanisha David, James Little John, my cousin Matthew Wright from the ship, man. He watching. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you. He said he loved the fact that the first lady came on, Decatur's first lady came on and got busy with it. We appreciate that. ATL guy, Barry, Trevor, appreciate you, big homie. James, Little John, and anybody else we may have missed, man. Charges to my eyes, not my heart, man. We love y'all. We'll see y'all on Wednesday, baby, 8 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one. Good job, Charlie.
Good job, my dog.
All right.
Oh, you up next, baby.
That what's up? Let's get it. I'll be
Let's
ready.
get it.
Hey, we gotta get a game in here too, man.
I know,
Yeah, I
right?
know.
Hey, the TCY family's missing the games, man.
Go. Go. All right, my dog.
All right, my dog.
Later.
Later.